Yeah, boo, the people love goat walks. This is mainly for city people that live in town and they don't have the opportunity to get out and do anything relaxing. Come on, crew. Yep, they're happy today. Yeah, this is to give city people the opportunity to get a little relaxation.
It's like goat virtual reality.
Yeah.
They can just watch it and pretend like they're here instead of inside a building at a desk.
Well, hopefully one day they'll be able to wear their virtual reality goggles and it'll be just like they're out here walking with the goats.
You should add some ASMR into these goat walks.
Yes, that would be great. Tap on the goat's horns.
Shaky Legs didn't have no cud pocket in her cheek this morning.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, and look, that ear's coming back too. Hey, Shaky, she knows I got treats for her.
Shaky's in good
Look,
health.
look
right
here.
now.
Look here, YouTube. She smells these treats. Look at that.
Look here at this
Here you
goat
go,
I
Squirt.
have.
That's all she wants you for.
Look at this. Here you go, Squirt. Squirt, you want a treat or not? Squirt doesn't even want a treat.
What's wrong?
Shaky, how many treats are you gonna eat? Now look, her ear's coming back.
Yep.
Big improvements.
That's a good sign. Did you tell YouTube about how she was bleeding from her anus the other day and she recovered from that too?
We couldn't figure out what happened. I think another goat horned her in the butt. Hey, my Shaky. Hey, my Shaky. That's enough treats for you, Shaky. It's a beautiful day.
Yes, it is.
How you doing today, Bickett?
I'm good. I don't think anybody up north gets days like this in February.
No, I don't think they do. They're snowed in. How was your workout this morning?
It was good. Real good.
How much weight did you do on your front squats?
We won't talk about that.
Why?
Because it was my first time front squatting since I hurt my back. So I think I did 65.
Well, that's not bad.
How much?
65.
65?
Yeah.
Well, I hit 225 on my bench press today. I tried 235 and couldn't get it. So my front squat yesterday was 225. So my front squat and my bench press is the same.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is crazy.
Bench is more than these squats.
Does he
it
really?
Yep.
What'd you hit on bench this morning, Blake?
215.
God, that's freaking weak, son.
He hasn't been in CrossFit.
Good gosh.
Oh my.
215. There's probably a middle schooler watching this.
You weigh 20 more pounds
Bench
than
is
me.
more than that.
You weigh 20 more pounds than me.
I'm 176 right now.
I'm 161.
Dang. I'm lighter than both of y'all. That's a first ever. It all depends if I can find somebody to watch all the critters.
Dad like died when he watched them all.
Gosh, you ain't lying,
called me and
son.
complained every day.
He told me before he left the last year, he's been talking about buying a piece of land and starting his own goat farm. Big goat farm operation where he breeds goats and he sells babies. Boo, knock on that tree. See if there's anything in there. And then when I went out of town, Blake, and he had to keep it, he's like, I don't want a goat farm anymore.
There's one in there.
Oh yeah, it's hollow. Yeah, it's definitely hollow.
Good girl, Leonard.
Come on, crew.
Call him, baby.
Come on, goodies. Come on,
Yep,
goody.
there he is.
Where is he?
Yep, he's all the way up there in the top.
Oh,
You see him up there?
Yep.
There he goes,
Leonard.
there he goes. Look at him, he's coming down, he's coming down. Oh, he crossed over.
Good girl, Leonard.
Got over in there at Pine. Good girl, Lynn Finn.
That dog treed more squirrels than that one hunter ran that last time.
This is the best bird dog, squirrel dog you've ever seen in your life.
Good girl.
Let's see if they want any treats. Hey guys, hey crew. Esther, 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 look at here. Look, Esther. You want a treat?
Ooh.
Squirt, you didn't even want a treat earlier. Princess, Brownie, Brownie, you want a treat?
Your sound effects. Ooh. Ooh. Come on, Poe, find another one. Come on. Blake, what do you think about Huberman saying you shouldn't wear sunglasses, especially in the mornings and the evenings?
I think that guy just finds things that people do a lot and says, you shouldn't do that.
He'd have you out here smoking pine straw, son.
No.
Playing it
Say
up.
you shouldn't walk on your feet. That's actually bad for your feet. Instead, you ought to crawl or walk on your hands. If you're not able to walk on your hands, you should crawl.
But how does that not make
It
sense?
is true, it is bad to walk on your feet.
Back in the day, they didn't have sunglasses. Our eyes are naturally, I mean, we're supposed to view light at all times of the day, and we're not supposed to view, or we haven't been viewing artificial light for many years. So how does that not make sense?
Well, I will say, I have noticed, when I get in the habit of wearing sunglasses all the time, when I don't wear them, my eyes are way more sensitive to sunlight. So I've about quit wearing sunglasses.
You mean when you do wear them, your eyes are more sensitive?
Yes,
When you
when I get in the habit of wearing them all the time, then like if I forget them and I don't have them or something, and I'll be out here just on a day like this, I'm kind of squinting my eyes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because my eyes are so sensitive to the light. So I have personally about quit wearing sunglasses. Just because I don't want to have them with me all the time, you know?
Yeah, and if the end of the world comes and they run out of sunglasses, you don't want to be dependent on them, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think a sunglass is good for, like if you're out skiing or something like that and you got all that reflection come, like a super bright environment. But just day to day, no, I've done about quit wearing them.
Well, with all this global warming and stuff, it's a lot, you know, the sun's out a lot more than it used to be.
And it's brighter,
See,
right?
That's what Huberman don't know is that long ago, it was much more cloudy of a day than what it is today.
Because of
Well,
greenhouse
And
gases.
you've got these chemtrails dropping that metal flakes down and the sun's reflecting off of those chemicals and it's magnified.
Oh, so
Yeah.
the sun's stronger
so
now.
There's just lots of things that
Yeah.
he's not considering.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, if I lived back then and they didn't have sunglasses, I wouldn't wear them. You know.
Can we talk about the chemtrails for a second? Because I thought that was fake and everybody was crazy. And then I forgot who it was. No, I know who it was, but I'm not going to say. Somebody was talking about how they changed the weather. And I was like, they don't actually do that. And then there's several articles about how when the Olympics were in, I think it was Japan or China, one of those, they altered the weather when
Are
they
you
had the
serious?
Olympics there. Yeah.
So why are you living in a country that has them chemtrails? You need to move like down to Nicaragua or something. They don't do them down there.
Or like Sweden or something like
no,
that.
you got to go to Central America.
So you think that chemtrails are actually real, baby?
I do, yeah.
What's
I do.
humans say about them?
I don't know what or why.
That's a good point. That's a good question.
Like, I don't know. They say it's like Blake said, it's little, look at her. It's like little, it's particles of like aluminum, barium, and some kind of metal to reflect the sun's rays to cool down the earth. I don't know if that's exactly what it's for. I don't know what they're doing it for, but I believe that that is something that they're putting in the sky. Do you not?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. It is awful strange when you see, you know, on certain days you look up and the whole dang sky is just streaked with lines that are just, and it's not like they immediately dissipate like a,
Like water vapor?
yeah, it's like they hang around and they just kind of, you know, spread out and cover the whole sky, you know?
Yep.
So that is kind of weird.
But then some days there aren't any. And I think people would say, well, that has to do with the moisture in the air and the pressure and all this stuff, but I don't know. I don't know what I believe. But there are people and there is technology. Lots of countries can control their weather. Specifically make rain.
Really?
Yeah.
How do they make it rain?
They shoot stuff into the sky. I don't know. I need to look it up so I can be more accurate. But like, I think some of those really wealthy countries like Dubai and stuff that don't have any rain, but they want crops, they've figured out how to modify their weather where they can have like agriculture in areas they shouldn't, you know?
It's like a sprinkler, man. You turn the water on in your yard and it shoots rain up into the air.
Oh my gosh.
Down on your yard, they're doing that on a bigger scale. They're shooting rain up into the air from another place, and they just got it where it lands. And what, you know, where they wanted to land.
Now, I hadn't heard nothing about, I thought
Exactly.
the chemtrails were just to prevent this whole theory of global warming. I thought they were to reflect the UV rays of the sun or whatever.
No, they're to make global warming happen so they can talk about it.
Huh. Well, whatever it is,
All right, I got to get up here and get this creek crossing.
I can tell you right now, humans are not as smart as they give themselves credit for being. Anytime we're going to think we can alter, oh my gosh, Enos jumped right up on that big bank.
That's
Going through. What's wrong with y'all?
Look at them.
Lazy dang goat.
They ain't wanting to jump today, are they?
Oh,
Shaky acted like she was about to jump. And then she
last
said,
time we come out here, one of them bounced so high, it used all its energy to go high and not long. Landed in the creek.
Look, there's some rocks on down the way here. Kind of rock cliffs like that. And back during the warm weather, Squirt was playing up there on
gosh.
them rocks, and she fell off the side of them and landed in a
crevasse.
crevice in the creek between two rocks, her head first, and she was stuck with her head underwater and her back legs up in the air.
It was like a cartoon. There was no, it was like it wasn't real. I don't know how it lined up perfect.
Yeah, we pulled her out of there and she hacked and coughed for a long time. A goat is not a water animal. Look at them. Yeah, they're going crazy.
They're going up here to hit that log crossing.
Yep.
That
Yeah,
Blake,
they've about
knows
got
how
it.
they do.
They've about got it figured out now.
Look at them walking on that log
Yeah.
Shaky.
Oh.
Good grip.
I can't stand it.
No, I mean, here's the thing about all these medical podcasts that are out there now. You know,
Oh Lord,
all
here
these
he goes giving medical advice.
all these scientific, you know, watch your cholesterol and eat this and don't do that and get this amount of sun and all this crap. Look, there's some people out there that you know, they can handle that. These scientists and people, that's all they do. Their whole life is try to figure this stuff out. But the majority of your population, they can't handle all that information. Because what happens is, they start listening to all this stuff about you got to eat this, you got to do that, you got to check your blood work, you got to have this hormone, you got to, and then they get so stressed out about everything about their health and stuff that they just spend their whole life worrying about their health and oh, if I don't do this, I'm gonna get this. If I don't do that, oh, I've got this, you know, this indicator that I might get this chronic illness and all. It's like, look, man, ultimately, you're gonna get old and die. And or something might kill you. You're gonna get old and die, and when you get old and die, it's gonna suck. It ain't gonna be comfortable. You know? And
Deal with it.
for me, you know, if I'm gonna get Alzheimer's disease when I'm 65 or 70 years old, well, all right then. I guess I'll cross that bridge when it gets here.
I'll come over and aggravate the fool out of you.
Okay, this is, all right, here's where Squirt fell off this rock. She fell right down in here between these two big rocks.
Oh, Squirt. That's why she's over here.
Upside down.
That's not where she fell.
Yeah, it is.
No,
What you get?
that ain't where she fell.
Been walking on that cliff like that.
So here's what you really ought to be thinking on. You might ought to think about what's going to happen to you after you die.
Well, you can take what you're saying to different limits. Like we get frustrated with our parents because they eat terrible food. They don't look at ingredients. They don't. And
Well, yeah,
they could make the same argument that you just made. You literally just said what they say. I'm gonna die of something anyway. I might as well just do whatever I want.
You have a good point. You have a good point.
So there's a happy medium.
There is. You have a good point. Yes, you should do all the, you know, the common sense stuff like eat good, not be fat as a dang hog.
The problem is when it becomes a higher priority than things that it shouldn't be.
Yeah, when that's when it becomes a problem. Yeah, when it consumes your thoughts and totally dictates every aspect of your life to a unhealthy degree.
Yeah, if you're completely consumed by it.
Yeah, and you're just worried about it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of people because a lot of people are prone to just worrying about every little thing, and it's like people don't need anything else to worry about.
Well, I'm prone to that, and when I first started doing blood work, I did feel those feelings and I had to work through them of like exactly what you said. This doesn't, like just because I have high cholesterol and my blood sugar sucks doesn't mean I'm gonna die tomorrow. but it's almost like a fitness goal. When you have something like that you're monitoring and you have a good doctor who's not going to give you a bunch of medicine, they say, here are the lifestyle changes that could help you improve this part of your physiology.
Yeah.
And it's just like getting a better deadlift, or if you want to get to where you can run a mile under 6 minutes, it's like you just work. Because most of the time, the lifestyle and diet changes that you have to make to improve those things are not fun.
Well,
It most of the time involves cutting out bad food, sleeping more, like,
well, here's the thing for me personally. I'm not gonna go to the doctor unless something's broke. It's like I ain't gonna take my car to the shop unless something's kind of, you know, rattling or, you know, something's off.
Even if it was a LX 460 at a 100-mile increment?
100,000 miles.
Yeah.
what about taking it in for regular maintenance? And then they do a diagnostic when you get your oil change to see if there's anything wrong with your car.
The regular maintenance for me is eating good food and exercising every
I'm
day.
talking about your car though. Like when I go get my oil change, they check everything to see if there's any problems.
Well, maybe that's a bad analogy. I'm just telling you, I ain't gonna go to the dang doctor unless something's going on with me. You go to the dang doctor and guess what? The doctor's gonna find something wrong with you. That's their job. They're gonna find something on a scan, on a blood panel. Something's gonna be wrong with you, every single one of you.
If they don't, they're going to think they do.
Yeah. That's how they make a living, man. So,
Look at 'em.
all right, YouTube. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this goat walk. We'll keep them coming. We love you guys. Enough said.